Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and greetings to all. I am Jowati Juhary from the National Defence University of Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and I'm here to share my short research on the future of social science and engineering education in Malaysia. Before we start with the presentation, here is the outline of my sharing session. First, we are going to look at introduction. Particularly, we're going to look at engineering education as well as social science education. And then we're going to look at the objective of this short research, which is to examine the present condition and prospects of social science education in relation to engineering education in Malaysian higher learning institutions. Moving on to the literature, we are going to talk about three aspects under this. And then for the methodology, it was a qualitative and then using summative content analysis. For the findings, we're going to present or share challenges as well as opportunities for engineering and social science education. Last but not least, the way forward, we're going to share the implications as well as the conclusion for this research. Talking about the introduction, talking about the engineering as well as social science education in Malaysia. So it starts with the idea in order to achieve a full industrialization. Malaysia has placed a greater emphasis on engineering and science education through several efforts in order to develop a competent workforce that can contribute to the country's economic development. But it is also imperative to also consider the significance and prospects of social science education in Malaysian higher learning institutions, as it has a crucial impact on the comprehension of human behavior, social interactions, and the intricate nature of contemporary society. Objective. This has been mentioned earlier. The fact that this short research is to seek to examine the present condition and prospects of social science education in relation to engineering education in Malaysian higher learning institutions. And the literature, we have three aspects that we are going to share and discuss. The first one, Malaysia's educational system. So basically, the Malaysian education system is a dynamic and growing structure that mirrors the country's diverse cultural and religious background. And the incorporation of Islamic ideas as well as principles into the education system has been a notable advance, influencing the comprehensive development of students' personalities. Moving on to the second aspect of the literature, 4IR, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, which has actually influenced Malaysia's higher education scene. And Malaysia's private higher education institutions are currently experiencing heightened liberation as well as competition, and this has raised worries for their long-term viability. Technological advancements such as robotics, the Internet of Things, and big data analytics will transform the Malaysian education system. And the last aspect of the literature is on social science and engineering education. Social science education, it is essential for equipping students with the necessary skills and knowledge in order to navigate the complexities as well as possibilities of the 21st century. The shift in the country's economy from agriculture to manufacturing has led to a significant rise in the demand for highly trained engineers, and because of this, the government has introduced several measures in order to encourage the study of engineering at the higher education level. The methodology adopted for this short research, a qualitative research approach, summative content analysis, and we use keywords before and during analysis. So before, we use the keywords to filter printed documents, and during the analysis we identify relevant keywords for analysis. And this study actually used a semi-systematic review on Google Scholar. So on the keywords that we use before analysis, social science education in Malaysia, engineering education in Malaysia, and additional terms like challenges and opportunities were added for both subject areas. And during the analysis, we added a few keywords the importance of multidisciplinary collaboration, the integration of social science-based skills in engineering education, and the changing requirements of the engineering profession. So looking at the finding, first we're going to look at the social science education. Basically, the finding covers challenges as well as opportunities for social science education. The first challenge, the possible marginalization of social sciences as institutions prioritize technical programs and dedicate more resources and attention to them. And the second challenge, a belief that social sciences may not have a direct impact on the economic growth and technical progress of a nation, resulting in a comparatively lower level of investment and support in these domains. Despite the challenges, we also have opportunities for social science education. The first one, social science education in Malaysia has several prospects to flourish and make significant contributions to the country's progress. And secondly, the significance of soft skills such as communication, critical thinking, and flexibility in the context of the 4IR provides a chance for the social sciences to assume a more prominent position in the curriculum. Moving on to the finding for engineering education, similarly, we have challenges as well as opportunities. So the first challenge, to ensure that engineering education is relevant and in sync with the changing requirements of the industry. So multiple studies have emphasized the presence of a skills gap between the abilities of engineering graduates and the requirements set by employers. The second challenge, an increasing recognition of the importance of incorporating engineering principles into school curricula. Again, despite all these challenges, we have opportunities. For example, the first one, by integrating recent technologies into the curriculum, higher learning institutions can guarantee that engineering graduates possess the aptitude and expertise necessary to excel in the digital era. And the second opportunity, the increasing focus on sustainable development and environmental stewardship presents a chance for engineering education to make a meaningful contribution to larger societal objectives. Ladies and gentlemen, the way forward, we're looking now at the implications. So first, we have the requirement to promote increased cooperation and merging between social sciences and engineering curricula. The second, the requirement to revise the curriculum in social science programs to more closely correspond with the demands of the engineering profession and wider societal objectives, and to ensure that engineering programs offered comply with the accreditation bodies such as Engineering Accreditation Council Malaysia EAC and Malaysia Qualifications Agency MQA. So these are three implications when we talk about the present condition of the social science as well as engineering education in Malaysia. Now, to conclude, the fate of social science education at higher learning institutions is intricately tied to the changing demands of the engineering profession and wider societal objectives. The incorporation of social science into engineering education can significantly enhance the understanding and application of technical abilities as well as problem-solving approaches. The higher education providers in Malaysia may cultivate engineers who possess not only technical expertise but also a deep understanding of the wider social and environmental consequences of their work by integrating ethics, social responsibility, and sustainability into engineering programs. With that, thank you very much. Reach out if you have any questions. I'm able to be reached at jowati@upenm.edu.my. Thank you very much for your time. Once again, Assalamualaikum and greetings to all.